All right. Citizens on Patrol, Fort Worth, Texas, City of Grand Terrence. Citizens on Patrol application form. Through your neighborhood association, district council representative, and the San Antonio Police Department, you can be an asset to your police service area by becoming a member of a neighborhood-based group, Citizens on Patrol. This Crime Watch program will consist of responsible citizens patrolling with cellular phones that have been trained in observing suspicious activity. Okay? That's what we are to them, suspicious activity. And contacting emergency services. To become involved and to sell your soul with COP, you must attend a 4-hour class at one of the 6 substations. You also have the opportunity, oh boy, to ride along with a police officer for up to 10 hours. Affiliation with the neighborhood association is not required. For more information about Selling Your Soul program, please call one of the police departments. Neighborhood Association COP Group Council. Your acceptance into the Citizens on Patrol program is dependent on several factors. Well, number one, I couldn't be one because I have a felony. You must complete a 4-hour training session. You will not hold the you will not hold the San Antonio, this is just for San Antonio, but police department responsible for any injuries, when someone comes up and punches you in your face, to you, or damage to your property. So they're not responsible for your stalking. While not required, participation in the ride-along program with a police officer is strongly suggested. Okay, so there's the application. The soul-selling application. Patrol employment, 53 urgent openings. Citizens on Patrol, Wheeling, Illinois. Village of Wheeling, Illinois. There's a Citizens Patrol meeting on the 3rd Monday of every month at 7 p.m. in the police department training room at 1 Community Boulevard. Citizen Patrol is a group of volunteer dumbasses, residents that assist the police department with various tasks within the village of Wheeling. Member responsibilities include patrolling, monitoring, handicap parking, keeping an eye out for safety hazards, graffiti, and other criminal activities. Yet this is a crime in itself. They also provide traffic and other volunteer support at community events during major incidents and roadside safety checks. Roadside acting. Volunteer requirements. Well, to volunteer, you must be a resident of Wheeling and attend the Wheeling Citizen Police Academy, which is offered once a year. After successful completion of your being sold of the academy, you are eligible to apply to become a Citizens Patrol member. Once accepted, you are screwed. You will, see how it's like once accepted, you will then attend, okay, an additional training class to learn how to perform your freaking duties and assist the police department as a citizen patrol volunteer. Volunteers must also attend a monthly must. Okay, I don't like these words. Volunteers must also attend a monthly meeting and provide 4 hours of service each month. Now that's minimum. Door-to-door scams, crime watch meetings, crime prevention tips, citizens on patrol, child safety seats, burglary prevention tips. Yeah. Here, I have a burglary prevention tip. Make sure somebody is always home at your house. Because if not, well, they'll get in. Let's see. Citizens on patrol, city of Grand Terrace. Let's see. Citizen patrol is a generic name used by many to describe a special group of law enforcement volunteers. Citizens patrol volunteers are citizens who, after being screened, background checked. Yeah, so I wouldn't make it on this with this job here, and trained by their local law enforcement agency. Well, they patrol their communities with street theater, acting as eyes and ears for law enforcement. There are many reasons to become involved in Grand Terrance's Citizen Patrol Group. It is an opportunity for citizens to protect and to become involved in the spirit of Satan. Public service, that is. It is also a way for citizens to contribute to positive communications between the community and law enforcement. Citizen patrol volunteers, they assist in controlling, reducing, and preventing crime in the community. Well, I'll give you that, because there's no way that I would commit a crime, because you're constantly being watched and listened to. Eyes and ears. Eyes to see and stalk you with. Ears to listen in on your conversations, phones, etc., and so on and frickin' so forth. You get to meet new people in varied settings. I know. I'll give you an example. When I was at Acme the other day, and there was a couple there, right? You can tell that they were not a couple. They were business associates, and they were pretending to shop. And when I said I needed to get milk, well, before I went and got milk, guess where they walked to? The milk aisle. That's right. So you get to meet new people, and you get to, act. You get to act out the street theater, shopping market, mobbing theater, whatever, same thing. You gain valuable work experience. That's number one. Becoming a citizen patrol volunteer entails taking a series of classes that cover the chain of command. So they tell you exactly who is in charge here. The Code of Ethics, Introduction to Law, Criminal versus Civil Law, Courtroom Testimony, Crime Scene, containment, first aid, CPR, radio procedures, driver awareness. You know, how when you want to swerve over and try to cause somebody to get into a wreck, you know, like a TI, and many more topics. Some of the qualifications required to become a citizen on patrol volunteer are the following. You must be at least 18 years of age. Now that's a requirement. You must be at least 18 years of age. Even though there's parents out there that drag their kids along, but that's just to cover it up. High school graduate or GED. You must have a valid driver's license. Pass an oral interview. What? What? Pass an oral interview. I don't know, whatever. Pass a background check. Well, I'm out. Attend monthly training, business meetings. You know, that's like when I seen all my neighbors' cars gone, all 3, 4 stalking neighbors, all the vehicles missing at the same time. They were at a meeting. Able to donate a minimum of 8 hours per month. Attend the Citizen Volunteer Training course. Police services, neighborhood watch. What is neighborhood watch? Well, it's there's the symbol. Neighborhood Watch is a crime prevention program which enlists the active participation of citizens in cooperation with law enforcement. Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, you're cooperating with law enforcement, but you're not cooperating with the law of God. Okay, it's completely against the law of God. However, it's purposed this way to reduce crime in their communities. It involves neighbors getting to know each other. I can see that. I see that happening. Yep. And working together in a program of mutual assistance. Citizens being trained to recognize and support suspicious activities in their neighborhoods. Implementation of crime prevention techniques such as home security, operation identification, etc. The idea is neighbors watching out for each other. Yeah, if that was true, no one would have ever gotten to my house when we weren't home. Who can participate? Well, anybody that wants to sell their soul and take that chance. City people, country people, suburban residents, apartment dwellers, mobile home residents, young people, senior citizens, men, women, families, couples, singles, anybody. In summary, you. Why Neighborhood Watch? Well, because listen up, little Johnny, over 40 million crimes are committed every day, and the number is still growing. Hey, no shit, because you guys are committing the freaking crimes. But you can't get locked up for it. There can't be a law enforcement officer on every corner. So, but you guys can be, okay? So citizens involved is essential to combat this social crisis. By cooperating with each other and the police, people can help fight crime in their community the most effective way before it begins. You know what the crime is? Believing in God. That's the crime. Having morals. That's the crime. Warning people about what's getting ready to happen here in America. It's a crime. How to get involved with Neighborhood Watch? Well, contact the police department, right? Or call their number and explain that you are interested in joining or starting a Neighborhood Watch group. Yeah. Right for the attorney generals, don't let them knock your block off. Block Captain's Guide. I wonder who is the block captain on my freaking block. I would have to say it's probably the retired firefighter directly across the room. But anyway, a step-by-step instruction manual explaining how to organize a neighborhood watch group. For more information on neighborhood watch programs, log on to blah blah blah. The law enforcement officers can't be everywhere at once, okay? But you and your neighbors can. Put that neighborhood, okay, know-how to work. It's simple. Use your eyes and ears and then your telephone. If you spot something suspicious, call the police or sheriff immediately. So in other words, when you go up to these people and you scare the piss out of them because they think that you're supposed to be scared of them, they immediately get on their phone and they call the cops. That's what they do. Because they're scared shitless. FBI, gang stalking, hiring, 24 to 45 hours an hour. Apply in seconds. It's like you don't even need experience, and it talks about at least $17 an hour. Deputy Chief Organized Crime and Gang Section. FBI gang stalking. Well, that's great because there's 13,593 FBI gang stalking job positions available immediately in Philadelphia alone. Full-time, part-time, no, doesn't matter. Related positions: Class A, CDL, truck driver, CDL driver, Class A driver, home, everywhere, weekend. We know it's drivers, delivery guys, delivering mail, whatever, fuel, oil, truck driver. It doesn't exist though, right? Gang stalking doesn't exist. I would put my email in there, but as soon as you do that, you actually are, you would receive daily job alerts and offers from jobdiagnosis.com for the gang stalking jobs in Philadelphia. But see, go to the privacy policy, right? And this is where, well, it kind of keeps you from filling it out, because consent to receive electronic communications from job diagnosis without limitation by registering for the service and by providing your name, email, forget about that, postal or residential address and or phone number through the services, you hereby expressly consent to receive electronic and other communications from job diagnosis over the short term and periodically, including email and short message services, SMS, or text messages, communications regarding the service, new product offers, promotions, and other matters. You may opt out of receiving electronic communications at any time by following the unsubscribe instructions contained in each communication. B, editing your account details and preferences. Or C, sending an email with unsubscribe in the subject line to support@jobdiagnosis.com, in response to which message, and notwithstanding its job content, job diagnosis reserves the right to send you notices about your account. Or D, completely opt out of any contact whatsoever, deactivating your account by sending a detailed email to support@jobdiagnosis.com, or logging in and clicking the cancel account button on the My Info. I have a feeling that they don't let you go too easily, because you got to send them a detailed email. Consent to receive electronic communications from other job diagnosis users. Consent to receive electronic communication from job diagnosis partner marketers. Security of personal identifiable information, lost or stolen information. User ability to access, update, correct, and delete personal identifiable information. Information hosted in the United States. The service is hosted in the United States of America and is subject to U.S. state and federal law. If you are accessing the service from other jurisdictions, please be advised that you are transferring your personally identifiable information to job diagnosis in the United States, and by using the service, you consent to that transfer and to abide by the application laws and applicable states and U.S. federal law concerning your use of the services and your agreements with us. Any persons accessing the service for any jurisdiction with laws or regulations governing the use of the internet, including personal data collection, use, and disclosure, that create rights or obligations material different from those of the U.S. jurisdictions mentioned hereof, may only use the service in a manner lawful in their jurisdiction. If your use of the service would be unlawful, oh boy, in your jurisdiction, including by creating obligations that differ materially from this privacy policy, please do not use the service. Promotional activities. From time to time, job diagnosis may conduct contests to see who can be the most obvious as they're stalking you. Giveaways and other promotions, collectively promotional activities, and information submitted in connection with promotional activities, which will be treated in accordance with the privacy policy. From time to time, job diagnosis may also ask you to participate in surveys designed to help job diagnosis improve the services. Any personable identifiable information provided to job diagnosis in connection with any survey will be used only in relation to that survey and will be disclosed to third parties, not bound by this privacy policy, only in aggregated form. Yeah, I'm going to pass on putting my email in there because I don't want to be bound. But see, look at this. This is what I wanted to see. Let's see, I can't see it quite. Look at this. Talk about jobs. Come on, focus in. Here we go. 634,000 monthly people. That's a lot of people a month that are signing up for this job. And 3,693 in a day. in a day. Well, I mean, you can do the math. Take 634,000 divided by 30, and that's how many people sign up every day. It's pathetic.